We call it Down with the Cracker. It's about being fair in an unfair world. Are you down with the cracker?
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Yet another historic and nostalgic piece of American culture that you and I both remember from our childhoods has been destroyed yet again by the same villain and insufferable, aging, feminist white lady who hates American culture and lore and simply wants to remake everything to look as corporate and as soulless as humanly possible. Absolute demons and villains, these people. Here's the CEO of Cracker Barrel with her Rachel Maddow, Keith Olbermann glasses, describing her abomination and destruction of the brand.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite.
We don't need another soundbite from you. We need you to shut your yapper and go work at Bud Light. Oh, wait, that's already been destroyed. Go work at Star Wars. Oh, wait, that's already been destroyed. By the same style of person, right? This Kathleen Kennedy archetype. Alyssa Heinerscheid was the name of the Bud Light executive that destroyed that brand. It's the same phenotype. It's the same person. Look what they've done to Cracker Barrel. Look what they took from you. This was what you remember after Sunday service. Lunches with your grandparents. That's how I remember Cracker Barrel. This is what they've done to it. They've turned it into corporate soulless slop. They've done the same thing with the logo. They took the cracker and the barrel off the Cracker Barrel logo. This is insanity. Now, the memes are hilarious. Obviously, this is doing the exact same thing. Here we go. Soon. This is good one. Soon. Yes, that's right. I'm putting together a team. Everybody who's been canceled. Yeah, Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, the Land O'Lakes Indian, and the Cracker and the Barrel. Cracker Barrel, why? This is exactly right. Why? Why now? Even the president's son, Donald Trump Jr., is chiming in. Cracker Barrel's woke CEO, Julie Fless Massino's project has been to take the beloved American brand and to make it woke, to make it into a progressive slop. Look at this. These are all Cracker Barrel initiatives. Be bold, to cultivate and develop Black leaders in Cracker Barrel, to develop education around neurodiversity. Cracker Barrel neurodiverse. Hola, mission to promote Hispanic and Latino culture throughout hiring. What the hell? What is this? What happened to Cracker Barrel? It's not an accident. Julie Fless Massino's project, she scrapped a beloved American aesthetic and replaced it with sterile, soulless branding. Do you know that the beloved American aesthetic, that these antiques were real antiques, that teams of people from Cracker Barrel would scour the nation in order to go to garage sales and antique farms everywhere and to get them and to preserve American culture? Do you know that the cracker on the Cracker Barrel is the uncle of the founders? The founders, a deeply Christian family that refused to serve alcohol at their locations to create a family-friendly environment. And now look what they've done. Moving forward together. Look at this. Look what they've done. Literally created. The Cracker Barrel is the nexus of the great replacement theory. And now it looks like they're going to be the nexus of the next bankrupt corporation. Would you look at this? Cracker Barrel Country Store, after the announcement of the nightmarish rebrand, has just cratered. Look at the stock price. Look at this. Down 20% in the last 5 days. Oh, everyone, it seems to be going great. What does she say? Everyone seems to just love it. They just love it.
Feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that.
Shut up, you liar. You sick cultural appropriator. You destroyer. Cracker Barrel faces backlash, posting celebratory Pride Month rocking chair showing true colors. That's exactly right. Look at the writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall for Cracker Barrel. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. It gets worse. It always gets worse. Cracker Barrel is tanked. The price immediately dropped 10% after the announcement of their new rollout. Look at that. They're going the Bud Light direction. That's what everybody said was going to happen. Now it's happening. Stock down 12% today. Shed $7 a share. It's almost like getting rid of what patrons like about your company. It's a bad idea. Go woke. Go broke. They never learn. Look at them go. Cracker Barrel is collapsing. This is not the portrait of a company whose board and leadership want it to succeed. It's a case study in what happens when woke trash deliberately destroy a brand and what it stands for. That's right. The woke are simply destroyers. American patriots are sick of woke leftists destroying what makes America great. It's exactly right. Cracker Barrel stock has lost 40% of its value since it hired a new CEO less than a year ago. Leadership matters. Cracker Barrel doesn't have any. A genuine Cracker Barrel lover, writes Sean Davis. He's the co-founder of the Federalist, great site. Federalist staff can attest. I can tell you the problems are twofold. The management is completely detached from and often hostile to its customers and their values, and it has a massive decline of quality of service. Until management understands that Cracker Barrel isn't merely a brand to be managed, it's an institution for families to be safe, warm, friendly place to get the closest thing to home-cooked meal away from home. The company stock price will continue to decline. Look at this. 2 years. This is when they hired their new CEO. Down nearly 40%. What a nightmare. They really are getting the literal Bud Light treatment. And the internet ain't having it. Cracker Barrel thought ditching their own customers for divisive rhetoric was the business plan. The stock's flatter than one of their biscuits. They will never learn. Everybody is talking about some of these TikToks, people showing what new Cracker Barrel looks like. I'm the CEO, obsessed with DEI quotas. They've scrubbed their iconic logo. They remodeled 70 store into sterile showroom knockoffs. It does. It looks like a Bed Bath & Beyond now when you go inside a Cracker Barrel. It pledged $700 million to ease every trace of what made it feel like home. And according to the civil rights complaint, they're openly discriminated against white employees. This isn't modernization. It's an extermination of American warmth and memory. Congratulations, Cracker Barrel. You are now Woke Barrel. This is what people are posting.
On the internet, dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate. If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South, I can't eat there. You got to have the racism aesthetic. You got to have the rocking chairs and the hint of segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it. And I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I got to feel like somebody wants to say, good morning, boy, when I go in, with respect. And no respect at all. I feel like they want me to work there, but they don't want to pay me ever. And I've got to live there. That's Cracker Barrel's thing. If you take that away, what is it? A Denny's, a IHOP, a place I don't want to be at.
I think he's being sarcastic, but like, point taken, right? These monsters, the cultural destroyers, they really are. The complete travesty. Part of the Cracker Barrel experience was feeling like you're stepping back into an older, simpler America. Turning that into modern slop is so bad. And now they are suffering severely for it. I present to you the Cracker Barrel rebrand team. 5'3" and an attitude. So let's go. There you go. How many of these, how many of them have been replaced by AI? Right? How many of you have been replaced by AI? You and your little stupid corporate jobs that you gave up your children and happiness for, right? That's like such a lie, the biggest lie ever sold to the American woman, especially. By the way, Cracker Barrel enlisted 3 marketing agencies to come up with their new logo and remodel. The 3 agencies collaborated for months to make their brand more generic. Like I said, marketing industry is completely fake. $500 billion scam. Matt Walsh going off on this. Sell Cracker Barrel. That's right. They also destroyed the peg board. All right. They destroyed the peg game, making it inclusive. It's incredible. Another little known fact, Cracker Barrel was a Nashville Pride sponsor. Do you want your money to fund Pride events when you go to Cracker Barrel? Geez, I did not actually know this. Goodness gracious. What on earth? What the hell? They really did. They did the meme. They did the meme. This is the Dylan Mulvaney meme. Look at this. They actually did it. They did the meme. Got to save this. We got to save Cracker Barrel. We can do it. This might be our biggest job yet. We can do it. I got some things cooking. We're not going to allow this to happen. But we love that the markets have already spoken. And look at this. Look at the year-to-date Cracker Barrel. There you go. Zoom out 5 years. Okay, so this is year-to-date. Like these are ups and downs. Zoom out 5 years, and you can see exactly where this thing is headed. Right? Look at that. Look at that. Collapsed. So in the last 5 years, the stock's down 57%. We're going to win. We're going to win this culture war. We're going to win this one. We're going to put the cracker back on the barrel. You watch. We're cooking. Stay tuned to this channel. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Save Cracker Barrel.